Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly update video. And man, this week was the most amazing week for diecast because of one particular piece. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what that is, but I have definitely acquired a grail this week, and something I thought I would never have and in my collection at all. Just never thought I'd be able to either afford one or whatever find one because they're so rare. And I got it. Thanks to local buddy Jeremy Bolter, who found this thing on the pegs while he was out of town actually for work. Walked into Toys R Us. It was sitting right on the front peg. He took a picture of it and sent it to me right away, and I thought, man, there is no way he's going to trade that to me, and he did. He traded it to me, and he didn't rake me over the coals for it, which was very nice of him. If I were him, there'd be no way I could trade this piece. Anyway, let's just show it right away. This is an Auto World Ultra Raw Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, 75 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. That's right, baby. Auto World Ultra Raw. These are limited to 10 on each card. So actually there is 20 of this casting out there. Anyway, I couldn't believe that he actually traded it to me. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for doing that. He knew that this would be basically the centerpiece of my whole Auto World collection, or basically my whole collection, period. This is the best car that I own, period. My best piece of diecast is this right here. And you know what, folks? We are going to crack this raw open in the second half of the video. So Jeremy, again, buddy, thank you so much for trading this to me. I can't believe the luck that you actually found this piece, and then the luck that I have that you would actually trade it to me. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very, 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 very much, and I can't wait to get this sucker open in the second half. It's going to hurt a little bit, but hey, I'm a loose collector now, right? So we are going to open this guy up and take a close look at it. All right, so that is that. Now that we got this thing out of the way here, we're going to open it in the next half. I'll show you what else I got this week. I also got in a trade with local buddies. Well, Jeremy Bolter was involved in this one too. And by the way, you should check him out on Instagram. He is on Instagram. Jeremy does a lot of trades with a few other people that you guys watch videos of and stuff like that. But he also hooked me up with this, which was hooked up actually from my buddy Josh. So we did a little triangle trade. So I had something Jeremy wanted, Jeremy had something Josh wanted, Josh had this, and we kind of just rotated. So I got this Ultra Red, pretty sweet. So we're going to crack that in the second half of the video too. It looks like there's some weird thing going on with the base, but we'll take a close look at that in the second half. Also, I got this guy this week. I got this guy in a trade for one of the Fair Lady Supers that I found with a guy Instagram handle by, I think it's Jay's Tea Hunts is what it is right now. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold too, by the way. So my voice is a little scratchy. But anyway, Jay's Tea Hunts, he changed his name to that recently. I think it was like Jay's Finds or something like that. Anyway, he traded me one of these for one of my Fair Lady Supers. He just offered this up, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'll take it. You can have a Super for this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I might sell it, so I'm not going to crack it open. Excuse me. All right. So, also this week, in the mail, I got this guy, this Boss 302 Mustang from HotWheelsCollectors.com. We're going to go ahead and crack that open. It is number 1938. I also picked up another one from my buddy Angel. Oh, and speaking of Angel, AR Hotbox, if you're familiar with his videos, he hasn't posted a video in a long time. He said if I ever got a raw and I cracked it, that he would crack the Auto World raw that he has. And he's got a raw. He's got a El Camino from the Deluxe series. Back in the day, he found that on the pegs, and he said he would crack it if I cracked mine. So you're on, buddy. I'm going to crack this. You better crack yours, and you better come back to YouTube and make a video. So that's a call out for you. All right, so anyway, got the Mustang. Pretty sweet. I found this 5-pack, Hot Wheels 5-pack. I've actually been looking for this one mainly because of the Firebird in the bottom. That's 73 Firebird. This, we're not going to take a close look at it in the second half, so I'll just crack it open real quick right now. Rip that sucker open and just dump the cars out. So there's that. Pretty sweet. Get that guy. Another Dodge. Really don't care too much about either of those two. This Torino's pretty sweet. Like that casting. That casting's pretty awesome. And you get a Mustang. And then really the reason why I wanted it was for that guy right there. This Firebird. Because you know I collect Firebirds, so that's pretty awesome. And that's the other reason why this is such a grail piece. It's not only in Auto World, it's the top brand I collect. It's like my favorite casting by them too, so it's just insane. Alright, so there is that. Also in the mail, I got some mail from Heavy Metal 164, which you know if you get some mail from him, that's never a bad thing. He just sent me this VW that I actually don't have. I think it's from a diorama. I'm guessing it is. I think it's from a diorama. Yeah, it's got a plastic base, so I'm pretty sure it is from a diorama that I don't have. So thanks for hooking me up with that, bud. He also hooked me up with an A-Team van, just the mainline version of that. That's pretty sweet. He knows I'm a van lover. Thank you very much for that. And he hooked me up with one of the missing Auto Worlds that regular Auto Worlds that I don't have. Man. Alright, so this Mustang. And actually I purchased this from him with some other cars and he forgot to ship it to me, but then he, just got it to me. So that's alright, bud. But anyway, so yeah, got this Mustang. So this is another one checked off the list, this yellow Mustang. I'll roll it by the camera in the second half. So that was awesome. And then he sent me this little Mickey Mouse. Not sure exactly what that's about. And then in the package, I don't know if this was intentional or not, if he's trying to inspire me to make a diorama, but we got a stick and some little wood bits. So I don't know if that was supposed to be in there or not, but anyway, if that's your way of saying, hey, I should make a diorama, yeah, I do want to make a diorama. It would be really cool. I just literally don't have the time right now, but definitely sometime down the road, that would be pretty sweet to do. All right, other mail that I got, I also got a box in the mail from Technic Designs, or at Technic Designs on Instagram. He is also on YouTube as well. And if you're familiar with what he does, he makes these kits to put lights in vehicles. He sent me a couple of just the boards and some rechargeable lithium-ion batteries and some switches and some other stuff. So these kits came without training wheels in here, but he did send me one that's pre-assembled. With just a lithium coin cell battery that you can put in here. And if you're not familiar with what he does, basically, see that, you got headlights, tail lights, you hit the button again, and these get brighter, so it's got brights, high beams, and then it's got that effect. So he sent me a full kit, which is in here, which is the full version of the board, which is pretty sweet. I mean, it's got blinkers, side mark, it's got spaces for like every light you can imagine in a car. I believe it's got a dome light. Anyway, he sent me the full version, and then he also sent me the police car version. So I'm excited to kind of get into that when I get some time and be able to make a custom. I think the first thing I'll use is this pre-built kit. I'll probably just change out the battery holder to a smaller battery, just because that's the challenge, getting these things into a vehicle. So I think I'll change this out over to like a 1220 or something. Whatever I use for my normal LED customs is probably what I'll use for that. I think it'll last, long enough in there. So there is that. And then I also got some mail from eBay purchases. Again, we got lowball bids on some oddball diecast. I got this Kyosho Lotus 81 F1 car. I think this car is from, I want to say it's like 80s, early 80s maybe. Well, maybe it is 81. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But either way, this is a really cool little F1 car. It looks like an older F1 car. And forgive me, I'm not too well versed in that realm. So picked up that, and then also got this Auto Art Porsche 911 Turbo. That thing's pretty sweet too. We're going to crack that open and take a look at it. We got a lot of cool stuff to look at here in the second half, including that Ultra Raw. So I ain't going to make you wait for it. I'll probably crack that right in the beginning of the second half, just because otherwise it's all I'm going to think about the whole time. All right, and then this La Ferrari. So the Ferrari. This is a Kyosho as well, and this was another little eBay purchase. So there's that. All right. And I'm going to get a throat lozenge before filming the second half. All right, so thank you guys for watching this part. I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to crack that raw. All right. Okay, I lied. We're not going to crack that raw first. I am going to crack it. We're going to crack it last. All right, because I don't have a lot really to show you in the second half, so I figured we are going to use that as the finale. I can't crack that first. I got to make you guys stick around for it. All right, so we're going to go through the rest of the stuff pretty quick, though. All right, so here's that VW I got from Travis. Heavy Metal 164. Thank you very much. There's that guy. Here is the Auto World Mustang. Very, very cool. This completes all my variations for this car, aside from a couple of Ultra Reds. So that is very cool to get that. Thank you very much, Travis. And then let's take a look quick at the Kyoshos. I already cracked these to save some time. This is actually probably going to be a short second half of video here. This Kyosho stuff is just awesome. I'm going to gradually add stuff to my collection. They generally have pretty much plain bases. They're plastic, but really who cares? The way that they do their die-cast is just remarkable. They take really good pictures. They look almost like a real car. They're not greatest rollers, but that is okay when they look this insane. Just so much detail in this piece. It's got very fragile parts too, the side mirrors, which I'm not a huge fan of having fragile parts on cars, but these are so much easier to take on and put back on, take off and put back on the base that they come on. That's not a huge deal. So you can take them off and take pictures of them, put them right back where you got them, and they're safe. And pretty cool piece right there, this Ferrari. The Ferrari. All right, there's that. And then here's another Kyosho. This one is just really neat. And I got this for a steal off of eBay. I think I only paid like $7 or something for it, which some Kyoshos you can get pretty cheap. Like I said, just by putting some lowball bids out there and just seeing if one sticks. So, I don't know. I just thought this piece was cool. And I think it looks really nice. Again, excellent job. I think this wing is plastic. The body is metal. Again, the base, of course, is plastic. But just excellent amount of detail. I got to take a swig of water here. Excellent amount of detail on this car. I think it looks great. Really cool little piece to add to my slowly growing Kyosho collection. And then I also saw this, and I put a low ball on this bid on this, and won it. This Auto Art Porsche 911 Turbo. Auto Art's pretty cool. This is the first Auto Art I've ever had in my collection. The base is plastic. It's got some detail, which is cool. The wheels and tires are actually plastic too. But you can totally see disc brakes on the inside of there, which is totally awesome that they have that detail in there. And these the brakes are independent, so the brakes aren't like, I don't know, it just looks really awesome the way that they did it. And the way that they did the lens detail for these headlights is spectacular as well. This is just a great looking little Porsche. And this thing, since it's got plastic wheels, rolls amazingly well. So, very, very cool. No real fragile pieces or anything. This could bang around in a jammer, no problems. We got lens detail on the taillights as well. Just a cool piece. So, that was pretty awesome to get. Alright, so, time to crack some stuff. We got 3 things to crack. We got the Mustang. We got this Ultra Red. And then we will finish it off with this Trans Am Ultra Raw. Alright, so start with the Mustang. I guess this is limited. This is limited as far as Hot Wheels is concerned. Limited to 7,000 pieces. So, which is about, almost 4 times as many as a regular release of Auto World. Just a standard release. Here's the card. And here is the car. I'm trying not to get fingerprints on it right off the bat. It is beautiful, though. This Spectra Flame paint on this car just looks amazing. The pictures that they posted of it just do not do it justice whatsoever. The paint is absolutely beautiful on this vehicle. I don't even want to touch it because I don't want to put fingerprints on this glossy finish. But I think I'll definitely take some cool pictures of this. I've got the super treasure hunt of this casting, the Boss 302. I'll probably crack that in a future video since I'm going to be cracking all my supers. Anything that I'm not going to crack will end up getting traded or sold. That's just the way it goes these days in the Championdjk household. Just living it up like free the peace. So that is pretty cool. I don't know if there's some weird thing with this spoiler, if that's supposed to be pushed back more than it is. Well, I'm not going to really monkey with it. It looks pretty awesome. So definitely digging that piece. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Really, really good. Is it worth 20 bucks? I don't know. 20 bucks plus shipping, so like really almost 30. I don't know, but I had to have one. So I thought it looked good, and I wanted one in the collection. So we'll see if that 240Z ever comes to HotWheelsCollectors.com, because I missed the wheel collector sale on that. So if you're not familiar with that situation, that's kind of bogus. All right, let's get to some Auto World. Move this car out of the way. And that car is a very nice roller, by the way, on those rubber tires. Start with this Ultra Red, taking another swig of water, because I'm having trouble speaking. All right, so here's this Ultra Red. As you can see, the base looks a little funky on it. We're going to go ahead and rip her open. Free the piece on it. Yep, always save your Auto World boxes. There's the car. Yes, this series, all the Ultra Reds in this series have a white base. So, to those people that always post the pictures of the Mustang in this series, look out for that white base. That's how you tell if it's a chase car. Now, with the base is on here wonky for sure. The car tilts to the side. I don't know if I can fix that or not by just pushing here. Makes me nervous to do it. Something's wrong in there, and I'm not sure what. But this thing will still display nicely, at least from one side. And that's unfortunate, though. But, oh well. I'm still happy to have it in the collection. I know this thing's got an opening hood, but the hood appears to be like it's going to be pretty difficult. Oh, there it's starting to come open. It's making me nervous, though. But I guess what do we got to lose? It's got a funky base on it. There we go. Hood is open. Really cool piece. Of course, I am missing the regular red one of these from the initial time it was released a while back. And I'm also missing the Ultra Red from that release. And let's see here. Do we got a tiny little paint flaw on the back, too? Looks like a little, almost like a scratch in the finish. Not bad, though. Well, it's kind of disappointing that it's kind of sitting a little weird, but still really cool, and I'm still very glad to have it. And, all right, one more little swig of water here, and let's get into this Ultra Raw. The crazy thing is now that I've been cracking cars and stuff and opening some stuff up that I know I'm going to keep, I don't even really feel nervous about opening up this package, and that's kind of great. So this thing will definitely get full picture treatment and put up on Instagram for sure. And thanks again, Jeremy Bolter. I can't thank you enough for putting this piece in my collection, because this could not have been easy to give up. But I know he knows I love Auto World. He knows I love Firebirds. He knew that this was going to be a centerpiece of my collection, and I really believe that he wanted to put it there. And, you know, took pride in being able to do that. And, you know, I'm very happy to have him as a local buddy and to be able to hook me up with something like this. I mean, it's just crazy. All right, and without further ado, let's go ahead and open it. we're right over a table, so I'm not going to pull a Lamley and drop my raw on the ground as soon as I open it. So if you saw his video, he opened up a raw lead sled. All right. So the sucker is open, man. It is open. We have freed the piece on an Auto World Ultra Raw. So this is on the version A card, which would have been a white Trans Am. There's the Ultra Raw. No white base or anything on this, of course. In fact, there's no paint on the body at all. There's what it looks like. It's just got the gloss finish. And there it is. Opened. Just awesome. Just awesome. Easily my favorite piece in my collection, without a doubt. The chicken on the hood is obviously a different color than that one. So my guess is, I think it's the same as the red one. That would be in B, right? Version B? This is version A, right? Yeah, version A. So let me go grab my version B red one real quick. We'll let you just look at that for a moment. And yes, it is. So there's the chicken on the red one. Now, I'm willing to bet, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I'm willing to bet, and I don't know if I've really looked into the Ultra Red of this. I don't have it, by the way, so if anybody's got that, I want it. The Ultra Red from this release. I bet you the Ultra Red actually has the blue Firebird on it. That's my guess. Because usually Ultra Reds will have the traits of the version A car and not the version B car. So if it's Ultra Red, usually it's going to have the whatever. If there's a graphic color on the version A, that's what it's going to have. So interesting that the Ultra Red, or the Ultra Raw rather, has this right here. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I'm trying to see if I can feel the tampo on it, or if it is clear coated over. It's hard to tell. I guess it's just the same. It's tampoed over the clear coat, just like it is on the other version of the car. The hood opens on this thing, or at least it should. Wow, I feel really crazy banging this thing on my finger. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to do it. Man, this thing is so awesome. I cannot believe that I've got this in my collection. I'm actually missing quite a few Ultra Reds of the Trans Am. I only have 2 of them. I've got the License Premium Release 2, and then I've got the Premium Release, I think it is 5. I want to say it's Release 5. Before they started, this 2017 is the first time they said this is 2017, Release 1, Release 2, Release 3, yada, yada, yada. Before that, they were just numbered releases. So I'm missing License Premium Release 2, and I believe I have License Premium Release 2, sorry, and then I have Premium Release 5, and I'm missing the other times that this casting has been out, including like the Walmart exclusive one and all of that. So definitely we'll be looking to add the rest of those into the collection, and probably sooner than any of the other Auto World stuff for right now, because I want to complete my Trans Am collection, especially now that I've got this in my collection. So one other little clarification on the Raws. Yes, there are 20 of these out there. There's 10 of them on the version A card, and there would be 10 on the version B card. Another thing to note is that not every series of Auto World has had Ultra Raws. I believe there have been a couple of premium series that they did not make Ultra Raws for. And if anybody knows any better, let me know. And wow, so just an amazing piece. Just gonna sit here and kind of spin it around a little bit. It's a good roller. It's in pretty much perfect shape. I don't see any flaws in it whatsoever. The trim looks pretty good. Yeah, so this thing is just, I guess it really just doesn't get any better for me, to be honest. Now the crazy thing is I'm looking at how can I get more Ultra Raws in my collection, when that's just insane. Because the prices of these things, if you look on eBay, are going to range, well, on the high end, people are going to be asking like $350, $400 for some of these cars. And to my knowledge, the only one that's really gone for that type of price has been the Ultra Raw lead sled, at least that I've seen as a sold price. But this is definitely a desirable casting. I think more they go around the $150 to $250 range probably, but there's not a lot of people out there that are willing to drop that amount of cash on this stuff, including me, because I don't have the cash to spend on anything like this. So the only way I was ever going to get one of these is in some sort of situation like what I just had with Jeremy, where he actually found one on the pegs and was actually willing to part with it, which is insane. So that's a lot of, what ifs in there. I mean, somebody has to find it, somebody has to be willing to give it up, and then be willing to trade for it for what you got for trade bait, because I didn't really have, a super amount of stuff. So I did the best I could and was able to give him enough to part with this. So again, Jeremy, thank you so much for this. I really, 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 really appreciate it, and just an awesome piece to add to my collection. So just killer. Alright, so that's going to be it for this week's video. Definitely a good week for Diecast. Only real, I guess, bummer with it is just this thing kind of is a bummer because of that base, but yeah, I don't know what to do about that. That's the one, I guess, disappointment, that this thing is riveted, so I'm not going to drill it apart to fix it, which is probably what it would take. Something is not in there right, and I'm guessing it might be how part of the, maybe the motor piece is shoved in there. But, I don't know. I'll look into it and see if I can fix it, but still pretty cool to have it. This thing, man. And then this beautiful Mustang here is very, very nice as well. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for watching another week, and we will see you in the next one.